My sense is that, certainly incorporating a greenbelt into your community changes some of the dynamics. There's no question about that. Does it depending on whether you're talking about overlaying a greenbelt that freezes every municipal boundary within, the area, that would have an impact. Would it have an impact that is incredibly negative? No, it has an impact on you have to change the way you look at your community. Mm-hmm. There is still development possibilities through intensification. There are still opportunities for how your community interfaces positively with the agricultural industry and the agricultural community around yours. There's increased opportunities for long-term agricultural production within those areas. Again, just due to the certainty, due to the fact that farm investment, are you going to invest $1 million in a property in infrastructure, on agricultural infrastructure, on a property that may be taken out of agricultural production in 6 to 10 years? Likely not. Okay. The level of certainty becomes really important, but I understand where people are initially concerned. Certainly, in the world we're in, having 2/3 or 3/4 or of the municipal boundary being contained by a greenbelt is actually a very positive thing. I think it's important for the larger communities, the fully serviced communities, providing some ability to grow in the future. They're going to be the focus. Even within the greenbelt areas, they have to be the focus. And there has to be some flexibility. But again, that can all be, in a situation like is happening here in Simcoe, that can all be predetermined. It does not have to be we're taking, we're going to put the greenbelt on and then we're going to take it off by expanding the urban area into it. You can, when you actually establish the greenbelt, provide very, well-defined areas for future growth that you can predetermine. The provincial policy statement doesn't necessarily take you in that direction, but if you look at other municipalities, Waterloo's again a good example where we've defined the areas, the next areas to grow, and in fact within that additional land, we likely have enough to accommodate growth in our community to its relatively, I would think, very close to its ultimate extent. We don't see anything that would lead us to believe that we would need expansions beyond the areas that we've set aside as really being future development, certainly not within my lifetime. Mm-hmm. And as we see the changing provincial policies with a higher level of intensification and a higher level of density in the greenfields, we probably have 50 or 60 years worth of land at least identified. And by the time we get that far out, there is, depending on the economists or the people that are taking a look at the long-term growth of the community, the demographers, etc., we may max out in population. Right. Certainly the world is looking at maxing out in population in about 2050 to 2060. Mm-hmm. Depending on how much migration and immigration we have into this area. The reality is our 2060, 2070 population may be the max. Mm-hmm. We're actually getting to the point where one of the things that we've got to watch is that we're not overdeveloping, because if you think it's hard to plan how to grow, try contracting.